The NRL has revealed its new broadcast rights deal worth $5.3 billion over the next 7 years. Channel 9 retains the free-to-air rights and the exclusive rights to State of Origin, while Foxtel Group remains the pay TV partner. Australian Rugby League Commission Chairman Peter V'landys touted the deal as the biggest broadcast deal in Australian sporting history. He says the primary purpose of the new deal is to future-proof the league by leaning into digital streaming platforms.
This agreement is certainly futuristic because it takes into account the structural change in TV. The deal future-proofs the game for everybody. It future-proofs it for the next 20 to 50 years because this will enable us to buy assets and continue to grow the game. But more importantly, it gives us the platform to not only to grow the game here in Australia, but globally. Our ambition is to grow the game globally, and with these additional funds, we'll be able to achieve that in all parts of the world. And part of the deal has been that with DAZN, we've done a deal where there's 400 million subscribers to DAZN that rugby league will be marketed to. So that's a very important element for us, is that this isn't just about growing it in Australia. This is about growing it in all markets around the world. The $5.3 billion over the 7 years does not include that potential growth in the international market. We believe that the 5.3 will increase substantially once we start our global ambitions.
Peter V'landys speaking there. Well, our Chief Business Correspondent Ian Verrender says this deal could lead to further global expansion for the game.
Outstrips the AFL deal by a country mile. I mean, their deal was $4.5 billion. This is $5.3 billion, and as Peter V'landys just outlined, the vast bulk of that is actually in cash. A lot of the time these deals are announced with a huge number attached to it, but there's all sorts of little side deals on contra, which is, we'll give you this extra bit of advertising space here. But as he said, the vast bulk of it is actually cash. So it is a huge deal, and interestingly, AFL in many ways is a code that does allow better, access to earn money from rights, because it's a high-scoring game. So you have more opportunities to actually put advertising in that game, whereas rugby league doesn't have as many opportunities to do that. And so it's been quite a obviously extraordinarily successful set of negotiations for the NRL to be able to achieve this.
Which went until the early hours of this morning, as we were hearing in that press conference there. So this deal is with Nine and Foxtel. What does it mean, do you think, for the NRL's goal to sort of take the game global? Well,
I mean, look, a lot of people have been thinking that this is way too much money, right? Because how do you justify that kind of expense? Is Nine going to have a smaller profit as a result of this? Because the amount of money they're spending is vastly up on what they were spending on previously. And Foxtel, of course, have added a lot more money as well. So do they have to then charge their subscribers more? Now, what Peter V'landys was just saying then, though, was that they expect Foxtel in particular to be able to market the game to around 200 countries offshore, and that's because Foxtel is now owned by a company called DAZN. It's the guy behind it is a fellow by the name of Len Blavatnik. He's a Ukrainian billionaire with huge contacts through the Middle East, a lot of money backing it up there. So they're expecting a huge expansion globally for the game.